Caterpillar dreams from ground to sky. The caterpillar, floated listlessly in the breeze, is once vibrant green for now, dull and lifeless. It watches its friends flitted from flower to flower, their wings shimmering in the sunlight, oblivious to the bitter envy that churned within its chrysalis. It longed for the day when it too could spread its wings and join them in the sky. But that day seemed impossibly far away. The caterpillar felt as though it were trapped in a never-ending cycle of waiting, as though time itself had forgotten to pass. It spent its day dreaming of what it would be like to fly, to feel the wind in its hair as it soared through the treetops, to taste the sweet nectar of freedom. It would close its eyes and imagine itself gliding effortlessly above the forest floor. The world spread out below it like a magnificent tapestry. In these moments, the caterpillar felt free, unburdened by the weight of his own expectations and the cruel limitations of its current form. But reality soon intruded. The caterpillar was forced to confront the harsh truths of its existence. Its body ached from the strain of growing, of changing, of becoming something he had been waiting for so long. It felt as though it were being stretched and pulled in 1,000 different directions. The very fabric of its being threatened with unrevealing at any moment. And yet, despite the pain, the caterpillar knew that this was necessary, that it was the price it had to pay for the glory that awaited it on the other side. So it ended. Day after day, hour after hour, second after agonizing second, its body growing and twisting and containing until it could no longer recognize itself in the reflection of the water. It felt as though it were being torn apart, as though it were dying a slow, painful death. And for a fleeting moment, it wondered if it had been wrong about everything. Perhaps it wasn't meant to be a butterfly after all. Perhaps it was destined to remain a caterpillar, forever trapped in the cycle of birth, growth, and death. But then, one fateful morning, the caterpillar awoke to find itself encased in a chrysalis, its once dull for now, shimmering with iridescent hues. It felt a strange sensation coursing through its body, as though it were being remade from the inside out. Panic set in as it wondered if it had done something wrong, if this was the beginning of the end. But as the hour turns into days, and the days into weeks, the caterpillar felt a change coming over it. Its sense of peace and contentment that it had never known before. Finally, after what seems like an eternity, the chrysalis split open, revealing the most magnificent butterfly the caterpillar had ever seen. Its wings were irid of colors, like stained glass caught in the sunlight, and it seemed to glow with an inner light that made everything around look daft and lifeless by comparison. The butterfly flicked its wings, tasting their strength, and then, with a beat of its impossibly delicate wings, it lifted itself into the air, soaring effortlessly above the treetops. The caterpillar felt a mixture of awe, envy, and a strange sense of nostalgia as it watched its former self take flight. It marveled at the grace with which the butterfly navigated the air currents, dancing and twirling like a ballerina on the wind. It felt a pang of sadness as it realized that it would never again feel the earth beneath its feet or the rough bark of a tree against its skin. But at the same time, it knew that this was right, that this was what it meant to be all along. As the days passed, the butterfly found itself drawn to a particular part of the forest, a small clearing surrounded by a profusion of colored flowers. It fluttered from bloom to bloom, sipping nectar and basking in the warmth of the sun. It felt a sense of purpose, of belonging, that it had never experienced before. And as it flew, it felt a strange urge to share this feeling to others, to show them the beauty that it had found, to lead them to the sanctuary that had become its home.